How did you outfox your ex in family court? My ex thought he was brilliant bringing his mother as a character witness. She'd always despised me from day one, calling me that girl who trapped her precious son. Now she was sitting in the courtroom like some avenging angel, ready to tell the judge what a terrible mother I was and why her son deserved full custody. But what none of them knew was that for the past 8 months, I'd been working part-time at Sunset Manor, the nursing home where his 92-year-old grandmother lived. Mrs. Patricia was sharp as a tack despite what her family thought, and she'd been watching their behavior with growing disgust. She'd always been kind to me, even after the divorce. While the rest of the family treated me like I had the plague, she'd slip me $20 bills for the babies and ask about their school activities. I thought she was just being nice. The day before our court hearing, she asked me to stay after my shift. Her roommate was at bingo, so we were alone. She reached into her nightstand drawer and pulled out a thick manila envelope. "Honey," she said, her voice steady and serious, "my family thinks I'm too senile to understand what's happening. They talk around me like I'm furniture, but I hear everything, and I see everything, and I'm disgusted by what they're planning to do to you." Inside that envelope was a gold mine. Printed emails between my ex and his mother, discussing how to fabricate stories about my mental health, screenshots of him begging his college fraternity brothers to write fake character references, promising to pay them for their trouble, text messages where his sister coached witnesses on exactly what to say to make me sound unstable. But the crown jewel was a voice recording she'd made on her old iPhone. His grandmother had pretended to nap while my ex practiced his testimony in her room, and she'd recorded the whole thing. In crystal clear audio, you could hear him admitting he was making up stories about me being drunk around the kids, about me neglecting them, about me having episodes. "I just need to sound convincing," he said on the recording. "The judge won't fact-check everything. Mom's testimony should seal the deal, and then I won't have to pay child support anymore." Court day arrived, and I was terrified despite having the evidence. My ex looked confident in his expensive suit, flanked by his high-priced legal team. His mother sat in the front row wearing pearls and her most righteous expression, ready to destroy me. His lawyer opened with a devastating character assassination. I was portrayed as an unstable woman who couldn't provide a safe environment for children. They had photos, witness statements, even a timeline of my supposed breakdown after the divorce. Then his mother took the stand. She delivered her rehearsed performance flawlessly. How I'd always been irresponsible, how she'd witnessed me being emotionally unstable around the children, how her son was the only stable parent figure in their lives. She even managed to cry on cue when describing her concern for her grandchildren's welfare. The judge was taking notes, nodding occasionally. I felt my world crumbling. Then my lawyer stood up with a slight smile and said, "Your Honor, we'd like to call a rebuttal witness." "Who?" the judge asked. "Patricia Henderson, the defendant's grandmother." You should have seen my ex's face. Pure confusion, then growing horror as his 92-year-old grandmother was wheeled into the courtroom by a nursing aide. His mother's jaw literally dropped. Mrs. Patricia adjusted her glasses, looked directly at the judge with complete clarity and said, "Your Honor, I raised that boy from the time he could walk, and I am ashamed of what he's become. I have evidence showing he's been coaching witnesses to commit perjury in your courtroom." The bailiff helped her hand over the manila envelope. As the judge reviewed the emails, texts, and listened to portions of the recording on headphones, my ex was frantically whispering to his lawyer. But it was too late. When the judge finished, her expression had completely changed. She looked at my ex with barely contained fury and said, "Sir, this court does not take kindly to manufactured evidence and coached testimony. The perjury in this case is extensive and deliberate." I got full custody immediately. My ex got supervised visitation only, pending a criminal investigation for perjury and fraud. His child support actually increased because the judge discovered he'd been hiding income. As we left the courtroom, his grandmother reached out and squeezed my hand. "Those babies deserve better than liars," she whispered, then winked at me. His mother hasn't spoken to either of us since.